Let's jump into this here. I'll ask it with a Patriots lens. Why did Hopkins choose the Titans over the Patriots, do you think, Tom?
Feels like the dough. Feels like the Patriots kind of drew a line in the sand on how much they were willing to spend on DeAndre Hopkins. And because that $15 million, 12 with incentives to bring him to 15, given by Tennessee, is not exorbitant. And it's head-scratching to me relative to the Patriots, who just came off of a 2-year, $22 million deal for Nelson Aguilar, who wasn't nearly 50% the player DeAndre Hopkins was when he came in, and he wasn't even 20% of the player DeAndre Hopkins was in the 2 years he was here. Patriots spend $8, $9, $10 million annually on special teamers in a league that's trying to push away from them. Patriots have more cap space, Rich, than anybody else in the league next year by about $60 million. And they have a ton right now. They had room to do it. And I just don't understand why, in a highly leveraged season, they didn't say, let's just go in on this guy. We need him.
Is it something other than money then? Was it definitely not apples to apples? Do you know, first blush here, if the Patriots just were not as competitive on the money front as Tennessee?
My feeling is it's certainly that's the case. There were reservations voiced to me from folks, within the building of okay, how's the culture fit going to be? Not in the way of, and this is important if this gets clipped, not in the way of he's a bad guy,
right.
Not in the way of he's going to be an irritant, but more of he doesn't like to practice. He's not on all the details. He's not the most precise player. And that happens a lot with whether it's Darrelle Revis, who I should not say didn't like to practice, but you bring a player in who's so thoroughly established elsewhere and say, okay, you're going to hew to the rules and regulations we have here, and they might be like, yeah, I don't do it that way. So there was concern about that. Maybe the Patriots didn't want to go that far, but he had a 2-day visit with them. He's got the familiarity. I'm not saying that he would have been a panacea to all the things that ailed him, but you're going to look at Mac Jones at the end of the year and make an evaluation as you head into the fourth year and decide whether or not he's going to be your quarterback to 2030, or you're going to say so long after 2024.
What about this setup in New England that might not have, I guess, vibed with Hopkins? Obviously, Bill O'Brien is his former head coach and the one who sent him to Arizona to begin with, and now he's the OC there. Was that all copacetic based on from what you were hearing and understanding, Tom?
Yes, 100%. Based on what I'm hearing and understanding, 100%. That was buried. Now, was that lip service paid over the course of time? And those are other reports that Greg Bedard from Boston Sports Journal had mentioned, as well as indications that O'Brien, I think, has given too, that it was dead and buried. He wouldn't have taken a 2-day visit here if he wasn't the least bit. I mean, that's a lot if you want to prime the pump for a bigger payday someplace else to spend 2 days in Boston in late June. So he did so. So I would imagine everything was copacetic.
Well, our friend Breer's saying that Hopkins was texting with Vrabel during his Patriots visit. Did you see that one, Tom?
I didn't, but I fully trust Albert. I mean, if you're at one car dealership bidding on a similar car across the street, and you go, "Hey, these people are giving me a deal on the floor mats. Can you guys do that?" You're going to do it.
The True Coat. He wanted the True Coat kicked in. Is that what you're saying? You wanted a little. Okay.
That's a little Fargo for you, right there.
That's it, right? That's it. You got my reference.
Particular fine.
That's right. That's right. Little Fargo for you right there. Catch the Rich Eisen Show every single day on the Roku channel, 12 to 3 Eastern, for free.